the world turned over its 7 billionth person. And we're steadily going to see that increase in population growth somewhere between 8 and 9. You can talk to the different experts, but that's basically the part of it that's always been in the equation. What a lot of people didn't appreciate, and what a lot of the models didn't account for, was the incredible increase in global wealth. Easy soundbite. In the next 10 years, there will be another billion consumers joining the class. And it's going to be mostly across Asia and across Africa. And that wasn't in a lot of the models that people put in place 10 or 20 years ago looking at demand. And because of the increased wealth, the desire for more health and nutrition, more meat in the diet, we will see another increment of demand. Basically, the way we calculate it is over the course of the next 30 to 40 years, we will need to produce twice as much grain as we do today to meet that demand. That's the simple math. And when you take the other side of the equation, when you take a look at how we're going to do that, there's really only one choice. I mean, you can talk to a lot of folks about different farming practices and techniques, but in the end, we will have to double or triple productivity on the existing land we have. Because when you look around the world, there'll be a little bit more land put into production in Brazil. There'll probably be a little bit more put in around the Baltic. But when you look at the loss of land in many other parts of the world due to urbanization, environmental factors, we'll farm about as much land today as we will in the next 30 or 40 years. It might change a little bit. So the answer is going to be driving production and productivity. We doubled yields from the 1970s to the 2000s. With this technology, off of that 2000 number, we'll see a doubling in yield as we get to 2030. And we've looked at this from a U.S. perspective. I can tell you yields will more than double for corn in places like Brazil, Mexico, India, where they don't even have the tools we have today as these get fully incorporated. It's not going to be limited to corn. We've done the same type of analysis on the technologies coming in soybean, and in many cases, in the case of soybean, which has never had the historical investment that you've seen in corn, it is playing catch up big time because you can sequence the soybean genome at the same cost you can do corn. All of these traits for bug and weed control and yield can be put into soybean. All the advances in the agronomic practices, and then with the desire to really grow our soybean crop with the same type of agronomic intensity that we do corn, I think we can see these types of yields, and that's really great because I think it really adds to the sustainability of the farming operation. And obviously, economically, it makes sense to have those types of alternatives.